Okay, in the last module, I talked about events being what I believe to be probably the biggest way to transfer belief into your organization. And here's what I've found to be true is the top income earners in network marketing are always the best promoters. And, that can be promoting a bunch of different things. It could be promoting conference calls, training events, webinars, presentations, but I believe where the biggest money is made is promoting training events. And one of the things that we do within our company, and a lot of the biggest, in fact, usually most of the biggest network marketing companies out there have live training events. And it is consistently the leaders who have the most people at events that end up making the most money. And I'm going to give you my blueprint. Now, I have studied persuasion a lot of my life. In fact, I spent over $10,000 just in one day from a persuasion expert who really specialized in closing business from stage. And I'm going to give you what I've found. I mean, I've done this so many times in front of the room. I've done it on conference calls. And this is the formula that I have used to consistently have among the highest closing ratios to promote events compared to just about anyone else in our company and in the network marketing profession as a whole. And so let me just give you the promotion. Now, there are several bullet points here, and I don't always cover each bullet point. It depends on how much time I have. I might only have a quick 5 minutes, or I might have 15 or 20 minutes to promote an event. And so I'm going to give you everything here, and you don't have to use all of these, but you definitely want to pick a few. And part of having a successful promotion, what I do anytime I'm getting up, if I'm doing a training and I'm going to promote a future training event, I'm going to map out, I'm going to strategize how I'm going to promote it. What is my blueprint for the promotion? And if you plan something out, if you plan a strategy on how you're going to succeed, you're way more likely to succeed. Sometimes I don't do this much anymore, but I never, when I speak, I never have notes. But sometimes when I'm promoting events, if I've got some special things that I want to make sure I cover, this is about the only case where I will have a little note in my hand, just as a little reminder. I'm not reading the notes. It's just bullet points to make sure I'm covering the points that are going to be the most powerful. And so let's say you've got an event coming up. Maybe it's your company convention and you want to get your people there. So you can do this on a conference call. You can do this at a fast start training after a travel party. You can do this however wherever the venue is. And this is the formula. Number one is you promote the speakers who are going to be there. So if your company founder is going to be there, you're going to talk about how you're going to get to hear from our company founder and here's what they've done. If the trainer's at the event, you're going to talk about the trainer. You're going to talk about their success. You're going to edify them. Here's what you're going to learn. If you know what they're going to teach you, here's what you're going to learn at the event. You can also, as it relates to promoting the speaker, is you talk about how they've impacted you personally. Okay. Now, the next bullet point is your own event story. So with my company convention, for instance, if I'm getting up to promote our company convention, which we do once a year, I'm going to tell my convention story. Now, you can also tell other people's story. It's not going to be as powerful as yours, but here's how I would start my training. As I talk about our company convention, and I'll say, before I got involved in this company, I came out, before I had enrolled my first person, I actually came out to the company convention. Now, at the time, there was only about 1,500 people at the event, and I sat in the back. In fact, I sat in an area in the convention hall where it wasn't even lit up. I was hiding. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I just wanted to see what was going on, and I wanted to soak in the information. And you know what? I sat there and I saw the leaders and I saw the trainers and I saw the company executives come on stage, and I could just feel how genuine they were. And I saw the lifestyles of the leaders, and they were making more money than I was. They were vacationing more. They were having more fun. And you know what happened? At the end of those 2 days, I had so much belief in this company. I knew that this is where my future was. See, before this, I was in the company, but the company wasn't in me. And so I came out of this event, and that was everything I needed. My first couple months, I enrolled this many people. I hit the top rank in the company in 14 months. And what I did coming out of that event has led to producing a 7-figure income. So it scares me to think, what if I had not gone to that event? So your own event story is powerful. I tell that story. Obviously, I've told that a bunch of times, and it makes people realize the power because they saw that I produced some tangible results coming out of that event. Now, if you're going to, maybe you have an upcoming event with your company, or maybe you're just coming out of an event with your company, realize that the top promoters are the top storytellers. Facts tell, stories sell. And so you want to have your story. So I'm going to encourage you to, at the next event, when you come out of your next company event or your next training event, go produce some results coming out. Put your nose down, put your blinders on, go enroll 4, 5, 6 people in the next week or month coming out of that event, and you'll have a story that you can use forever for the next 10, 20 years in your company. You can use that story. You can say, you know what? I went to this event. I came out of it, and the next week I enrolled 5 people. I made $500 or I made $1,000. That team turned into XYZ. And what happens is you're telling a story and people are seeing that you got tangible results coming out. You made money coming out of that event. That's what people want to know. Now, an analogy that I give all the time is I say, listen, this event, obviously very important. All the leaders of our company are going to be there. I always say that. All the leaders of our company are going to be there. And here's how this works. I'm going to ask you a question. If I were to tell you I'm going to be a doctor, and I'm really committed to being a doctor, but I'm going to skip medical school. I don't really feel like I need to go to medical school, but I'm going to be a doctor, dang it. What would you think about me? You'd think I was crazy, stupid, or both, because everyone knows you can't be a doctor without going to medical school. Well, listen, it's the same thing in our company. If you want to be if your top rank is diamond, you'd say, if you want to be a diamond, you got to go to diamond school. And diamond school is our company convention. It's kind of like saying, I want to go be a lawyer, but I'm going to skip law school. You can't be a lawyer if you skip medical school. You got to go to school. The difference is, if you're going to go be a doctor, you're going to spend 4 years of college, 4 years of medical school, 1 to 3 years of residency. You're going to be hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. Just to go through school with us. It's not hundreds of thousands of dollars. The cost of the event is only $200 or $300, whatever it is. That's how I like to get to the price. And so I give the price. It's not hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's only $200. And the great thing is, if you become a top leader in our company, not only can you earn as much or more than any doctor or any lawyer, you'll have a lifestyle that will be the envy of every doctor and lawyer out there. You'll have the time to enjoy it. The money comes in whether you get out of bed or not. So the event is $200. If you focus on the $200, you've got employee thinking. You've got to have entrepreneur thinking. That $200 is an investment into your future. If you were to start any kind of business, any kind of traditional business, you'd have overhead, you'd have office, you'd have supplies, you'd have inventory, you'd probably have other employees. With this business, you don't invest any of that. You don't have any of those expenses. Your expense is your education. Now, here's the thing. When you invest that $200, don't focus on the $200 investment. Focus on the money that you're going to earn in additional commissions coming out of that event, because in many cases, people come to our training events, and because what they learn at the event, they come out and within the next month or two, they've earned in additional commissions way more than the cost of attending the event. Now, here's what we've proven to be true, is the people who attend our events, they earn 5 times bigger bonus checks than the people who don't. Now, our company actually has those stats, and so we know it's a 5 times number. I would imagine that the same thing would be true with just about every company. So what I say, I do this almost every time. I say, here's the deal. When you come to our events, you're going to, based on our statistics, if you go to our major training events, you're going to earn 5 times more money. Now, what that also means is if you don't go, that's fine, but you are statistically proven you are going to earn 5 times less money. So do you want to make less money or do you want to make more? More, obviously. So this event, it only happens once per year, one time a year. So when you go to this event, you're going to be a year ahead of the people who don't go. If you don't go to this event, you are a year behind the people who go. So do you want to be a year behind or do you want to be a year ahead? Now listen, the formula for success in our business is pretty simple. It's your effort times your skill. You're going to have to work hard. We know that. But you also are going to have to get good. And the best way to get good is to attend this event. When you come out of this event, it's like getting your college degree in network marketing in one weekend. So believe me, I'm sure you have, and this is the point, believe me is the bullet point. So believe me, when you come to this event, you are going to be glad you came. I know you may think it's some kind of rah-rah session. Listen, nothing could be further from the truth. At the end of this event, I've never had anyone who's regretted going, but I have had people that have come up to me, they've put their arms around me and hugged me and said, thank you for getting me to come to this event. In fact, I believe in it so much, I will give my own personal money back guarantee. If you don't think it was worth the $200, you come to me and I'll personally give you $200. Now, I have said this and I say this just about every time I promote an event. And the purpose is not to, the purpose is not really the money back guarantee. Now, that helps people, but the reason why I say it is to let people know that's how confident I am in this event. In fact, I do this money back guarantee whether they're in my group or not. I want our company to succeed, so I want a lot of people there. And so it doesn't matter if they're my group or not, I give this guarantee. And you know what? I've never had anyone ask for their money back. So, I know some of you, you may be looking at me going, man, I'd love to go, but I don't have the money or I don't have the time. So here's the question I'm going to ask you is how long are you going to let time and money control your life? If you want something different, you've got to do something different. You've got to be bigger than your obstacles. As long as your problems are bigger than your dream will always be unattainable. You've got to step up and take a stand that you are more powerful than any challenges that come up. So those of you who are serious about achieving the top levels in our company, I want you to stand up right now and I want you to say, I'm in. I want you to register. I want you to pull out your phones. I want you to come to the back of the room. However it is that you do the call to action, then, you just get them to register. We do a lot of, digital. They pull up a website on their phone and they register. So I'll actually do a thing where I'll say if I've got, depending on the size of the room, if I've got 200-300 people, I'll say, if you're already registered for the event, come to the front of the room right now. Come to the front of the room and I'll get everyone to come. And then I know all the people who haven't registered are in the audience. And so I want to know, I want to know who's going to win. I want to know who's going to get to the top. If you're committed, after I've gone through all those bullet points, those of you who are committed, I want to know who you are. Stand up right now. Come to the front of the room. Let me shake your hand because I know those of you who attend this event, you're going to be the ones who achieve the highest levels and reach the biggest achievement levels in our company. And so, that almost applies a little bit of pressure. It's like, they see the people that are already up, they're already registered. They want to be part of that. They want to come join the team. And so that's a pretty simple promotion blueprint. Just make sure you go through each of those bullet points. Again, you don't have to do every one. You don't have to use my exact verbiage or my exact wording, but I will promise you, if you'll go through this formula, you're going to enroll a lot more people at your training events.